Well, I I came directly from the Oscars to JINDABYNE, which was, um, I don't think I'll ever forget that week. Just all the hoopla leading up to the Oscars and the excitement of that and getting ready for it and the thrill of being a part of something like that. And then the next day on a plane, I flew from Los Angeles to Sydney, then transferred planes, Sydney to Canberra, then had a 3-hour journey from Canberra to JINDABYNE, where I arrived in this, exquisite location. Very different from the Kodak Center in Los Angeles. My character is an American who married an Irishman and lives in JINDABYNE with their young son, who is haunted by the consequences of her life and some of the choices that she has made. Their marriage is challenging, as most are. They've weathered a lot. They have a lot to weather. They have a great love for each other, but they're trying to figure each other out. Well, JINDABYNE is the history of JINDABYNE, which is just so bizarre and odd, is there was a town here that was then submerged in water and is now Lake JINDABYNE. So you look at this stunning, beautiful, magnificent lake, and you know that underneath it is a submerged town that was, from what I understand, a quite beautiful one. And they relocated the entire population of this town up to New JINDABYNE, which is where our movie takes place. So it's as beautiful and as stunning as it is, you stop and you think about what's underneath there and what happened there. And it's sort of this watery grave of a town. And there are all the stories of the people standing on the shore of JINDABYNE looking back and watching their homes be submerged in water. And I can't imagine living out the rest of your life looking at a beautiful lake and knowing that your childhood home is at the bottom of it. He guides it beautifully, but he stays out of the way. It is his movie, through and through. But he lets everyone do what it is they know how to do, and then he sort of, braids it together in this fabulous sort of creation. He, most everything is one take. The entire movie is one take. And I've worked on movies before that are one take, but not an entire film. He only works with natural light, so there's very little equipment around, and things move very fast. And fortunately, I've worked this way in the past with Clint Eastwood, so I have a little bit of experience with it, and I'm very glad that I've had that experience in the past to sort of prepare me for this one. And you just learn a lot about relaxation and how to trust the story and not think too much about yourself, and you sort of move. The trick is to sort of move in through the scene and then just move out of it. If you start thinking too much about it's only one take and I've got to get it right, nothing will happen, and it will just be, it just won't be very interesting. So there's just a sense of staying calm, knowing what you're doing, being invested in what you're doing, and then just moving in and then moving out. And not really knowing and trying not to predict what's going to happen when the camera rolls. Well, I think just how vast the landscape is for me. Someone who's not accustomed to this environment. I've never seen a sky that felt so much like a dome. I've never seen a landscape that was so vast. Vast. I mean, we have Montana and we have Wyoming in the United States, but nothing like this. There's something, it's the landscape more than anything else. Even sort of having a preconceived notion, and some of that, being